What if I told you that one decision, one simple choice, could alter the course of your entire life? There was a man who thought his life was over, until he discovered something extraordinary. He stood on a bridge, looking down at the rushing water below. His hands trembled. His breathing was heavy. A single tear rolled down his cheek. This wasn't how his life was supposed to be. He had everything: a six-figure job, a luxury apartment, a life that seemed perfect from the outside. People admired him. They called him successful, but inside he was empty, hollow, trapped in a cycle that drained every ounce of life from him. Every morning he woke up with a pit in his stomach. His alarm would ring, and before his eyes even opened, he felt the weight of another day pressing down on his chest. Meetings, deadlines, expectations. He'd get dressed, force a smile, and step into a world that felt less like living and more like surviving. He convinced himself that this was just how life worked. You sacrifice your dreams for security. You trade passion for a paycheck. You silence that little voice inside, the one screaming that you were meant for more. He knew he needed to change, but isn't change terrifying? The thought of stepping into the unknown, of leaving behind everything familiar, it paralyzed him. So he stayed, stuck, trapped, slowly fading into a life he didn't even recognize. Then came the phone call, a trembling voice on the other end. "I'm sorry, ... Your father didn't make it." Time stopped. His world shattered, and in that moment, standing at his father's grave, he realized something that would haunt him forever. He had wasted years waiting for the right moment, and now there was no more time. His father had always told him, life isn't about how much money you make, it's about how much life you truly live. But he hadn't listened. He was too busy working, too busy chasing success, too busy waiting for the perfect opportunity to follow his dreams. But life doesn't wait. That day he made a decision, a reckless, terrifying, exhilarating decision. He quit his job, sold his apartment, packed a single bag, and bought a one-way ticket to nowhere familiar. People called him crazy. His boss laughed in his face. "You're throwing everything away." But for the first time in his life, he was free. The journey wasn't easy. There were nights he went to bed hungry, days he doubted himself, moments he questioned everything. He had traded comfort for uncertainty, stability for struggle, and yet, for the first time in years, he felt alive. Then, one evening, everything changed. A little boy tugged on his sleeve. "Mister, can you help me read?" And so he did. One child became 2, to became 10. Soon, he wasn't just teaching, he was changing lives. And in helping others, he found himself. Years passed. He no longer wore a suit, no longer chased deadlines, no longer lived for the weekends, because every day he woke up with purpose. And then, one evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, he stood on that same bridge once more, the very place where he once thought his life was over. But this time, he wasn't there to give up. He was there to reflect. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a letter from his father, a letter he had never opened. Son, life isn't about surviving, it's about living. Take the leap. And he had. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what's stopping you? Is it fear, doubt, the voice in your head telling you that change is too hard? Let me tell you something. The fear of change is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. You can stay where you are, stuck in the same routine, watching your dreams fade away. Or you can decide right now that enough is enough, because life is too short to live in regret the right time. It's not tomorrow. It's not next year. It's now. Take the leap, embrace the change, and witness your life transform before your eyes, because change is necessary.